As entrepreneurs, our primary role on a day-to-day basis is to generate revenue through selling. But with that comes a silent responsibility to efficiently manage our inventory as well as have a deep understanding of supply chain. In today's training, we're going to be covering supply chain basics for modern entrepreneurs. Our goal is to give you a fundamental understanding of this tool as well as some tips on how you can use it to your benefit. At its core, a supply chain is a logistical framework that displays production flows for goods or services. Within this framework, there are 6 key stages and participants. Those are the raw materials provider, a supplier, a manufacturer, a distributor, a retailer, and finally, the consumer. So as you can probably imagine, it all starts with the raw materials provider. They're the organization that actually creates and builds the inputs and raw ingredients needed for the rest of the supply chain to continue. Next in line are the suppliers. They're the organization who takes the raw materials and starts to transform it into something that we could recognize. Usually this is usable components in preparation for the manufacturing process. Next, we move to the manufacturers. They're the organizations who work with a variety of different suppliers to gather and assemble usable components and turn them into the products that we know and love. So now that the product is made, how does it go from the manufacturing facility, whether physical or digital, to the retailer? There must be an intermediary to take care of that, and that's called the distributor. They're the organization that makes it easily available for retailers to get access to products and services from the manufacturer. I think it's safe to say that most of us don't buy our products and services directly from a distributor. We actually buy them from a retailer. And they're the organizations within the supply chain that actually make the infrastructure investment so that we can easily access the products and services we care about in a way that's convenient and close to us. As we arrive to the end of the chain, we find the consumer. They're the person or entity that makes the final purchase with intent to consume. As you can probably imagine, they're the most important part of the supply chain because they make it sustainable and hopefully profitable so that all of the participants in the downline continue to do their job at a high level. You know, it's probably easy for us as entrepreneurs to discount supply chain and its importance in 2023 because we associate it with older, more traditional businesses. But I would argue that that is quite a costly mistake. And here's why. It's because the model itself can be universally applied to any business. And in the next example, I'm going to show you how an accountant who's monetizing her skills online can actually use supply chain in a modern business. Meet Jamie. She's an accomplished accountant with years of experience, and now she's transitioned to sell her services online to businesses all over the country. She helps them with monthly accounting and bookkeeping needs. But one challenge she's finding in her sales process is that some of her prospects can't afford her monthly retainer services. So she's thinking to herself, what can I do? How can I work with my prospects in a way that doesn't take away my time and still solves their problem? One day she wakes up and she says, you know what, I've got the idea. I'm going to create an ebook and I'm going to sell it for $250 and it's going to be called The Ultimate Guide to Small Business Accounting. But the big challenge is she doesn't have the time nor the skill to bring that idea to fruition. So we're going to take a look at the 6 stages of the supply chain and how it can benefit her to create this new product that can solve a problem in her business. Stage number 1, gather raw materials. Now in Jamie's case, she's running a digital business where ideas are the currency. So there's no physical materials to gather, but what she does have is the ideas. She needs to think deeply about what the content of the book should be, as well as the design. Stage number 2, acting as her own supplier. In this stage, she must refine and record her ideas on paper and prepare them in a way that would be easy for the next participant in the supply chain to review and understand what outcome she would like. Stage number 3, search for a manufacturer. In Jamie's case, she's already done the work of brainstorming her ideas and then refining and recording them on paper. But who's going to actually turn it into a product? Because she doesn't have that much time since she's servicing other clients with monthly retainers. So now she's going to need to search for a marketing agency that in this scenario will act as the manufacturer to actually take her outline ideas as well as her design references and turn it into a usable product. Stage number 4, secure a distributor. Now that the book is complete, of course Jamie is going to offer it to her existing prospects, which are happy about it and buy the book. But she's also interested in the idea of scale. So she hops online and she starts looking at how can I grow this and sell thousands of copies. She comes across something called an affiliate network, which in the online world is also a distributor, because these type of networks expose her to promoters and retailers that will really give her massive awareness in the marketplace and can help her achieve thousands of book sales. Stage number 5, accept the retail offer. Now, fortunately for Jamie, she's found an affiliate that is willing to promote her product and service. So after a bit of negotiation and defining the terms, they both come to an agreement where that affiliate is going to promote her in front of 10,000 freelancers, and she's very excited. Stage number 6, service the consumer. We have good news. A freelancer on the affiliates list just got an email yesterday and is very excited about Jamie's offer. They purchased the book, and so now Jamie has a customer, and she also has a prospect to upsell her monthly accounting and bookkeeping retainer services to. Now that we've looked at traditional and non-traditional supply chains, I think there's a few benefits that have become quite clear. The first is the fact that supply chains are universal. They can be applied to any business, anywhere, anytime. Second is the fact that they're flexible. We normally have described that a supply chain has 6 key stages, but you can contract that down to 4 or expand it to 8 or 10 based on what your needs are. Third is the fact that they're inclusive. In Jamie's example, you saw that she participated in 2 of the 6 supply chains, and that could be expanded if need be. And last but not least is the consistency. Anytime you apply the same process to something, you're always going to have the same outcome, and supply chains can supply that for us. So that wraps up today's training on supply chain basics for the modern entrepreneur. My name is Desmond, founder of the Entrepreneurship Center, and we appreciate you participating in today's training. Until next time, we wish you the best of luck in your entrepreneurial journey.